Are you learning Ukrainian and getting totally stuck on the months? You probably noticed they don't sound anything like September or October. Well, there is a fascinating reason for that. Ukrainian months are deeply connected to nature and seasons. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we are tackling a topic that seems simple on the surface, but is packed with meaning, the 12 months of the year. For a lot of learners, this is a huge challenge because the names are just so different. But I promise you, by the end of this video, the challenge is going to become a strength. We are going to do more than just memorizing words. We'll explore the story behind each name, connecting it to the seasons and traditional life in Ukraine. We'll also perfect the pronunciation together. Let's start our journey through the Ukrainian year, beginning with cold but beautiful winter. Зима in Ukrainian. Зима. December. Грудень. First things first, let's nail the pronunciation. Грудень. And let's repeat one more time. Грудень. The name Грудень comes from the word грудка, which means a frozen lump of earth. Picture this. Before modern paved roads, the autumn rains would turn everything to mud. When the first deep freeze hit in December, the mud would freeze into hard, lumpy clots. Here is a simple sentence. У грудні часто йде сніг. In December, it often snows. Next up is January. Січень. Repeat after me. Січень. The origin of січень is tied to the word сікти, meaning to cut or to slash. There are a couple of poetic ways to look at this one. The first is that January was a month of cutting down the trees for firewood to get through the coldest part of winter. The other meaning is that it refers to the cutting, biting winds and frost that feels like they're slashing at your face. Let's use it in a sentence. Новий рік починається у січні. The new year begins in January. And winter's last stand. Лютий. February. Лютий. Let's pronounce together. Лютий. Лютий is actually an adjective in Ukrainian that means furious. This name is a perfect fit. February often brings the year's most intense cold, with biting frosts and wild snowstorms. Here is an example. Лютий – найкоротший місяць року. February is the shortest month of the year. Now we are moving to spring. Весна. Весна. The spring months are all about nature's rebirth, and their names capture this transition beautifully. March, березень. Let's repeat one more time. Березень. Березень comes from the word береза. March is when these trees start to come back to life. The sap begins to flow, which was a traditional sign that winter's grip was breaking. Here is how you'd use it. У березні прилітають птахи. Now for a month that's bursting with color. April, квітень. Квітень. This might be one of the easiest ones to remember. Квітень comes from the word квітка. That means flower. April is when nature just explodes into color, with flowers blooming everywhere you look. Let's see in a sentence. Великдень часто святкують у квітні. Easter is often celebrated in April. And the final month of the spring, May, травень. Repeat after me. Травень. Травень. The name травень comes from трава, which simply means grass. In May, the grass becomes this lush, vibrant green, covering all the fields and meadows. Here is an example. У травні все зелене. In May, everything is green. Now we go to summer. Літо. Літо. The names of the summer months are all about the gifts of nature and the essential work of the farming season. Let's learn the first month of summer. Червень. Червень. Червень is connected to the word червоний, which means red. This name has few possible origins. The first, more poetic one, points to the ripening of red fruits and berries, like wild strawberries and cherries. The second, more historical reason comes from the insect called червець, which was harvested in June to create a bright red dye. Діти люблять червень, бо починаються канікули. Children love June because the school holidays begin. Now for the heart of summer, July. Липень. Липень. Липень gets its name from липа, the linden tree. July is when the linden trees are in full fragrant bloom and the collection of linden honey begins. Let's use in a sentence. У липні дуже спекотно. It is very hot in July. And now the final month of the summer harvest. August, серпень. Серпень. The name серпень comes from серп. August is the traditional month for harvesting grain, when farmers would head to the fields with sickles to reap the wheat and rye. Here is an example. У серпні збирають урожай. In August, they gather the harvest. Autumn begins a whole new color palette and a change in the air. Let's kick off autumn. In Ukrainian, осінь. Осінь. And we start with September. Вересень. Вересень. Вересень is named after Veres, the heather plant. In September, huge fields and forests in Ukraine become covered in blooming purple heather. Here is a sentence. У вересні діти йдуть до школи. In September, children go to school. Now for the golden month. October, жовтень. Let's pronounce it. Жовтень. Жовтень. The name is beautifully simple. The word жовтень comes from the word жовтий, which means yellow, for masculine nouns. October is, of course, when the leaves on the trees turn these brilliant shades of yellow and gold. Let's see in a sentence. Листя у жовтні стає жовтим і червоним. In October, the leaves turn yellow and red. All right, our last autumn month. November, листопад. Pay close attention to the stress on this one. Листопад. Листопад. Листопад is a compound word, which is pretty cool. It is made of list, meaning leaf, and падати, to fall. It's the month when the leaves shed the last of their leaves, getting ready for winter. Here is an example. У листопаді часто йдуть дощі. In November, it often rains. These names are so much more than words. They are a window into Ukrainian culture and into its deep connection to the land. If this video helped you out, please give it a like and subscribe for more guides to Ukrainian language. Your support really helps me make more lessons just like this one. And if you got a lot of value today and want to help the channel grow, you can buy me a coffee through the link in the description. Thank you so much for learning with me today. See you soon. Па-па.